Hello, you lovely lot. This week, I had planned to do another video. I'm going to do it, but just not today, because today instead I woke up and I felt the need to do a little bit of a sort of an honest, realistic, perhaps bubble bursty type video about YouTube. And here's why. There are a lot of people who tell me that they would like to start a YouTube channel, and then you talk about what's involved and you can see they don't want to start a YouTube channel anymore. And if you watched my video last week, the Q&A that I did with my husband, I think it was a bit of an eye-opener to him as well as to what exactly goes on in the process of making a video, and he didn't even see the editing part. So this is basically my honest and realistic advice for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. Let's strap ourselves in, shall we? Right, number one, you've got to enjoy making video content. That it sounds obvious, but you would be surprised the amount of people who start trying to make video content, be it on YouTube or anywhere, and they don't actually enjoy it. It's more of a, I feel like I should do this as opposed to I want to do this. It needs to be a want, because it's hard bloody work, and that enjoyment and that natural pull to do it, that's what's going to see you through when you're having a tough day and you can't get your words out because you keep coming out as blah 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 blah. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do. I do enjoy what I do. I just don't like it when my brain and my mouth don't cooperate. On to the next. This is something I do not see get spoken about enough on YouTube by other YouTube educators, and it needs to be stated loudly. If you have other responsibilities, a full-time job, a part-time job, kids, marriage, a partner, a social life, anything that is a responsibility or anything that just takes you away, your progress is going to be slower. Again, this seems obvious, but people don't talk about it, and they should do. Everybody is trying to sell you what Mr. Beast has, for example. I don't even like using Mr. Beast as an example. I know he's like held up as like the big main YouTube person, but not everybody wants that kind of a life or channel or anything, but you get my drift. That's just not realistic for the majority of people. When I see other creators selling this bright, shiny promise of, you can blow up your channel in so much time, you can, but there are things that are going to slow that progress down, and I do think that needs to be acknowledged a bit more. So yes, you can absolutely do what you want to do with your YouTube channel, but just bear in mind that the other things that you have going on in your life might slow down your progress. That's not a bad thing. It's okay to have a family and social life. You are allowed. Just remember that you're going to be doing all of the work, I'm assuming, and you are one person and you have so much energy and so many things that are going to want a piece of that energy. So YouTube is only going to be one piece and will only get so much energy. Okay, this one is a tough one. You're going to have to be okay with low views, at least to begin with, and it could be for a little period of time. We keep thinking that, we start off with slow views and they build up and then we go viral. No. And also I would argue that going viral isn't the thing that you should go for, but I could make a whole video about that. This is why I talk about, whenever I do talk about YouTube like this, I'm talking about it from the point of view, again, a handmade business seller, how to use YouTube to grow and promote your business. So you're not trying to make gaming content or be the next Mr. Beast or whatever, because to get that, there's very different strategies involved to promoting a handmade business. The good news is if you're promoting your handmade business, you don't need thousands upon thousands of views, but it's still a vanity metric that we get hooked on, along with subscribers, and if you're on a different platform, followers, or whatever the metric is called, we get stuck on these vanity metrics. My point is, and I made a video about this on my Patreon, views aren't everything, and it's just a vanity metric. It does not tell the whole story. So you cannot judge other people or their success based on something like views and subscribers, and you shouldn't judge your own progress and your own success on views and subscribers. So if you're getting low views at the beginning, that's okay, and you could actually be doing so much better than you think. I did talk about this on the Patreon because this really did need acknowledging again. And basically, if you're consistent and patient and you just keep on sticking at it, you notice your views gradually increasing anyway. but you do have to be okay with low figures at the beginning. And this is another thing that I've spoken about recently on Patreon, and you have to be clear about your goal for your channel. If you're going to create a channel, why are you doing it? And also with every video that you post, why are you posting that video? What is it that you want that video to do for you or your channel? And figure out what your metric of success will be for, again, that individual video or the channel as a whole, and focus on that. And you'll usually find that the metric for success is not going to be views or subscribers. It could be, for example, that you're going to publish a video where you talk about launching a new product, and then you're going to end the video with saying, these products are now in my shop if you're interested. That would be a sales video, and your metric for success, I'm assuming, is going to be people buying your stuff. And then you'd have to think about how you would measure that success. I'm guessing it would be things like, for example, if you have an Etsy shop, how many people came over to your shop from YouTube, which you can see in the analytics. Likewise, if you have a website, and of course the king of metrics, the actual sales that you make. This is what I mean by being very, very clear about what you want your channel to do for you overall, and each video that you publish, what that video's goal is. Right, let's move on to the next one. Oh yeah. You're gonna have to be open and, dare I say, excited to learn new skills. Because when I say that creating a YouTube channel and learning to make videos consistently is a learning curve, I am not joking. Oh, the learning never stops, you guys. Unless you have studied filmmaking, there is going to be a lot for you to learn. And I have seen filmmakers start YouTube and still have to learn how to do things the YouTube way. It's possibly, arguably, easier for them because they have a lot more skills in the bank already, but there's still stuff to learn. Nobody gets out of this one free. If you have no experience with making videos, then you're going to be learning how to create a little setup where you can make videos. You're going to have to learn to get comfortable in front of the camera. You're going to have to learn how to edit, basic graphic design, and I am talking basic, but you know, you're going to find out the importance of thumbnails and what kind of thumbnail does well on YouTube compared to what you might like. For example, titles, writing copy that works on YouTube. There's another one. Managing your time so that you don't burn out. Coming up with new topics every single week. Basically, there's a lot to learn. It never ends. I'm in my 4th year of this. 3rd, 4th, it's been a long time and I'm still learning. So you have to be open to that. If you're going to go into this very rigidly going, I'm not learning new skills, it's like, well, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Mum face. Okay. This is one that I think is very easy for me to say, but it's much harder for people to live in real life. And that's accepting that YouTube is a long game. Basically, you've got to ask yourself, would you do this for free without necessarily seeing any results for a year plus and still stick at it? That's a tricky question. A lot of people, especially if, as we've spoken about, you have the family and the responsibilities, it's a big ask. It's a bit like saying to somebody, would you do an unpaid internship for a year plus to get the job you want? And I think this is the difference. A lot of people don't see YouTube as a job. They see it as a hobby or a cutesy little thing that you can just do, bash out a video, couple of minutes, it's not a big deal. The people that make it and that do well are the people who take it seriously. Because if, for example, getting monetized was your overall goal, you have to build up 3,000 hours of watch time just to be able to use some of the features, and you have to build up 4,000 hours of watch time within 365 days, which is constantly rolling over, FYI, to get to that point. And then you have to keep it consistently, because if you go under a certain amount you can then get demonetized. So it's not as if you can just go full pelt, cross that line and then take your foot off the gas. It's a job. I did tell you this video is going to be honest. YouTube is a long game. It is not a hack. It is not easy. So this is why I'm so passionate about this platform, because you don't need the bells and whistles. This is why I say that you don't need the views. You don't need the subscribers. You do need words. They help. You don't need to be monetized. You just need to be You just need to know how to use it to build your handmade business, to promote it, and to grow a small but engaged community. You don't need the flashy, viral bells and whistles. And because I am a business, I can't end this video without saying that yes, I do have a Patreon for YouTube if you are so interested, if I haven't put you off. But I am trying to build a community of people who want to take YouTube seriously, which is why I'm going so heavy-handed with the realistic advice in this video. If this sounds like you and you would like to pop on over and see what I'm about there, feel free. It's $7 a month. I make an extra video every single week over there. I also make behind the scenes vlog videos that I put on this YouTube membership, and I also post them over there as well as extra bonus content as and when I can, because sometimes I want to make vlogs too. I see other people doing it and I like vlogs. It's fun when I can find the time. But yeah, it's just a good place to hang out if you're serious about YouTube. And if you're not, don't worry. I hope you enjoyed this video too, just to see my mum face, if nothing else, and make bad metaphors. Now, if you don't mind, I am actually going to record a Q&A video for the Patreon. So I will see you lovely lot next week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Ta-ra! I mean ta-ra!